Day 775 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. In the day, we have question number 3614, process string with special operations 2. The difficulty level is hard, but don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given a string S consisting of lowercase English letters and the special characters asterisk, pound sign, and percent sign. You are also given an integer K. Build a new string result by processing S according to the following rules from left to right. If the letter is a lowercase English letter appended to result. An asterisk removes the last character from result if it exists. A pound sign duplicates the current result and appends it to itself, and a percent sign reverses the current result. Return the kth character of the final string result. If k is out of the bounds of result, return a period. All right, y'all, so that may seem a little bit confusing at first, so let's go ahead and take a look at these examples just to make sure that we're doing this problem correctly. Now, if you've been following along with this channel, yesterday we did the first part of this problem, processing strings with special operations 1. So if you missed that, go ahead and check that out. I believe that was day 774, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever today is, it was the day before, y'all. So let's go ahead and take a look at these examples. So in example 1, we have our input S equals a string A, pound sign, B, percent sign, asterisk, K equals 1. So the output is a string A. So let's go through this explanation. So let me go ahead and put this string here so we can, this will be our result string right here. So we could go through it. So first it says, if the letter is a lowercase English letter, append it to the result. So first we have an A, that's a lowercase English letter, we'll append it to the result. Boom. Then it says, then we have a pound sign. Pound sign says duplicates the current result and appends it to itself. So pound sign duplicate result. Now the string is, first the string was this, after duplication, now it's this. Boom. So we could put the A right here because we just duplicated this A. Boom. Now we have a B. Once again, lowercase English letters, we're just going to append the B. Boom. Then we have a percent sign. So percent sign reverses the current string. So we have AAB, percent sign reverses it. So then we have BAA. So let's reverse this to BAA, BAA. Boom. Then we have this asterisk. The asterisk removes the last character from result. So we're going to remove the last character. Boom. Now we have a BA. Then we have K equals 1. So return the kth character in the final string. So in the 0 index. So this would be 0, this would be 1. A would be 1, and that's why we return A. Yesterday, we didn't have this K, so we could complete the problem without returning the whatever K was. This time we have K, and in this case, K is equal to A, so that's why output is A. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2. So same thing, let's delete those and let's get into it. So for example 2, first thing, we have our input S equals string CD, percent sign, pound, asterisk, pound, K equals 3. The output is D. So let's go through it. First, we have C. So that's a lowercase letter, append it, boom. Then we have D, that's a lowercase letter, append it. Then we have the percent sign. So the percent sign means we're going to reverse C and D. So C and D becomes DC. Boom. Then we have the pound sign. The pound sign means we're going to duplicate the result. So we go from DC to DC, DC. Boom. Then we have the asterisk. Asterisk is going to remove the last character. So we remove this C. Boom. And then we have another pound sign, which is going to duplicate DCD. So once we duplicate this DCD, we get DCD again. Boom. Now we want the kth element or kth letter, kth character. So we go 0, 1, 2, 3. We land on D right here, and that's why our output is D. Boom. Now, just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 3. get rid of this real quick. So in example 3, our input s equals string z asterisk pound sign k equals 0. And our output is a period. So it says first we have z, boom. So we're just gonna append z, boom. Then we have an asterisk. So we're gonna remove the last character. We're gonna remove the z, boom. Then we have a pound sign, duplicated. So we just duplicate a blank string, we still have a blank string. Then it says the final result is a blank string. Since k equals 0, it is out of bounds. The output is a period. So we could just put a period right here because, or output is period, because it says up here, if k is out of bounds, the result returns 0. Boom. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is not that difficult at all. Now, first thing we are going to do is we need to calculate the length of the final process string without actually building the string. So we could just declare a variable called size, and we'll set that equal to 0. Boom. Then we'll say for C and S, for C and S, we're going to use a switch statement. So we're going to say switch C, open up the brackets. It says the asterisk removes the last character if one exists, will decrease the size by 1, but never below 0. So we'll say case string or quotation marks asterisk, come outside of this quotation marks, we'll say colon, come underneath here, and we'll say size equals max, open up the parentheses 0, comma size minus 1. Boom. Now the pound sign duplicates the current string, so it doubles its length. So we can just copy and paste this. Boom, bring it underneath this. We'll change this to a pound, come underneath this, and we will say size plus equals size. Boom. Then the percent sign is going to reverses the string, but it doesn't change the length. So we could just put this, change this to a percent sign, come underneath this, and then we could just say continue. Boom. And then any normal character increases the length by 1. So we'll come underneath this and we'll say default colon, come underneath that, and we'll say size plus equals 1. Boom. Now we're not done yet. We're going to come right here, and if k is outside the bounds of the final string, return period as an invalid result. So we'll say guard k is less than size, else we'll open up the brackets and we'll just return a period. So quotation marks period. Boom. Now we need to create a mutable copy of k because we'll update it while tracing backwards through operations. So we'll just come underneath this, declare a variable called k equals k. Boom. Then we're going to walk through the operation in reverse. Instead of constructing the final string, we determine which original character ends up at index k. Reversing the string here does big O of N extra space. This could be avoided with manual reverse indexing. So we'll come right here, we'll say for C and S dot reverse, put in parentheses, open up the brackets, we'll say switch C, open up the brackets, and in forward processing, the asterisk remove one character. When undoing it, the string length increases by 1. So once again, we could put that, and we could say size plus equals 1. Boom. Now in forward processing, the pound sign doubled the string, so to undo that by having the size. So once again, put this, change this to a pound. Boom, come underneath this. We'll say size equals size divided by 2. Boom. Then if k falls into the duplicated second half, map it back to the corresponding index in the first half. So we say if k is greater than or equal to size, we'll open up the brackets and we'll say k minus equals size. Boom. Now in forward processing, the percent reverse the string. To undo that, we're going to map k to its mirrored position. So we come underneath this if, say case, this time it's going to be a percent sign. We'll come underneath that and we'll say K equals size minus K minus 1. Boom. But we're not done yet because we still need to handle the default. So we'll come right here. We'll say for a normal character, we need to undo the addition of that character. So we'll say default colon. Come underneath that. We'll say size minus equals 1. And if K points to the position where the character was added, then this is the answer. If K equals size, sorry y'all. If K equals size, we'll open up the brackets and return C. Boom. Then we're going to fall back, return execution should normally never reach here. So we'll come underneath this and we will say return quotation marks, period. Boom, y'all. That's all she wrote. Let's give it a run, make sure it runs properly. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. Let's see, and look at that, y'all. 138 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, y'all. So before we go, make sure you get one more look at the code. This is the top part. This is the bottom part, or the middle part. This is the middle, and this is the bottom, y'all. And yeah, with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.